You've been sitting at your desk all day, or you've been locked inside because it's been icy and snowy outside down here in the south today and for the last 5 days. And your neck and shoulders are tight and cranky, and you need a little bit of relief. So that's what we're going to do today. We will need 2 blocks. You may need a blanket if you like one for sitting on. Or under your knees, because we're going to do a little bit on the knees today. But other than that, if you don't have 2 blocks, a stack of books works just as well. Before we start, a lot of us right now are feeling not just tension in the shoulders and neck, but we're having a hard time taking full breaths. There's a lot going on in the world, and it's really hard to take a full breath. Often I start class with cleansing breaths, inhaling through the nose, and open mouth exhale. One thing we don't want to do when we're feeling tension and trauma is to hold the breath. It can heighten anxiety, and it's just all around not as useful as some of our other breath techniques. So, what we're going to do today is we're going to do what's called heart breath. And what I really want you to do is I want you to focus on not necessarily deepening the breath, but expanding the breath. So, I want you to focus on opening through the rib cage. All right, let's try it out. Take your palms down on your thighs for a little bit more grounding energy. If it feels safe for you, close your eyes, but you absolutely don't have to. Exhale all the air out. As you inhale, I want you to feel the chest expand, even feel space between each rib, and then exhale out through the nose. Again, deep inhale, not worrying about how deep into the belly you can go, but how much can you expand through the rib cage? 360 degrees. Can you even feel the upper back expand? This time, exhale out through the mouth. Let the shoulders relax. 2 more times like that. Deep inhale, feel the entire rib cage expand. And open your mouth. Exhale, let it go. And with this last one, see if you can get a little bit lower into the rib cage. Deep inhale. Upper back expand. Shoulders might even work up towards the ears. And then open your mouth. Exhale, let it go. I want you to remember that no matter where you're at, whether you're at your desk, you're in your car, sitting on the couch, doom scrolling, you always have this breath to come back to. It doesn't matter how you're feeling, if you can come back to your breath and focus on this expansive breath without any holds, this can really help to regulate our nervous system. All right, take another deep breath in. Allow your jaw to be soft. Drop your tongue away from the roof of your mouth. And then on your exhale, nod your chin to your chest. Just a little bit of neck relief here. Roll your right ear to your right shoulder. And then start to turn your chin a little closer to your shoulder as you tuck the chin slightly. Allow that left shoulder to drop away from the ear. Now you can stay here, this might be plenty. Or you're going to reach that left hand out towards the floor. Turn your thumb down, palm back. Curl your hand into a fist. Curl your wrist back. Roll your knuckles towards the floor and then up towards the ceiling. Each change of this angle changes where you feel the sensation through the neck. And then on your exhale, drop that left hand down, roll your chin to your chest, and inhale, roll left ear, left shoulder. Turn your chin closer to your shoulder and slightly tuck the chin. Take a couple breaths here. Option 1 is to stay. Option 2 is to reach that right hand out, fingertips towards the floor. Turn your thumb down, palm back. Curl your hand into a fist. Curl the wrist back. Really extend through the arm, roll the knuckles towards the floor, and then all the way forward and up towards the ceiling. Drop that right hand down. Roll your chin to your chest. Inhale, take the chin back up to neutral. All right, let's work on the front of the neck and the throat. So, left hand to right shoulder or right chest. You're looking for aiming right underneath where the collarbone and the sternum meet. There's that little triangle there. I'm going to put the heel of my palm right in that divot. And then around my microphone, I'm going to plant the right hand on top. I'm going to press in gently and slowly drag down on an angle down towards my right hip. From there, I'm going to jet my chin forward and then pull away. Take a couple rounds, change the angle of the head. One more breath. And then exhale, come back to neutral and switch sides. So right hand, again, you're aiming where the collarbone and the sternum meet, just inside that, there's a little divot. You're going to take the heel of your palm here, press in, left hand on top, press in and drag down gently. From there, jet your chin forward and then pull away. Just playing with the angle of the head here, noticing where you feel the tension. One more breath. And exhale, gently release. Inhale, reach arms high and release the fingers, flip the palms towards the ceiling. And then exhale, bend the elbows, take the hands behind the back of the head, open the elbows wide, lift the chest, lift the chin. Exhale, bring elbows towards each other, round the spine, but still sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, re-extend, lift the chest, lift the chin, open the elbows. Exhale, elbows towards each other and round. One more inhale. And exhale. Good. Take it back to neutral and then release the hands down. We're going to switch over to tabletop. So if you have sensitive knees, you might keep that blanket underneath your knees. You can also use a pillow. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, lift the chin for cow. Exhale, as you press the ground away and round the spine, I want you to tuck your chin more than you typically do. From there, also spread the shoulder blades. Again, inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale as you round. You might even shift forward slightly here. One more like that. Inhale. And exhale. Come back to a neutral spine. Flip the fingertips towards your knees. Now, for some of us, this is too intense of an angle, so you can just open the hands a little bit. You'll get the same idea of the stretch. 2 more rounds of that cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly, maybe even bend the elbows. Exhale, press the arms to straight, press the ground away. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Come back to a neutral spine. Flip your fingertips back towards the top edge of your mat. From here, tuck your toes, lift your hips high for downward facing dog. We're just going to be here for a breath. Pedal out the feet. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Send the chest back towards the thighs. Inhale rocks you forward for high plank, and then exhale again to tabletop. From here, you're going to bring your knuckles to touch, and the forearms are going to come to the ground. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, keep the backs of the hands on the ground, nice tight fists as you lift the elbows away from the floor. They may not go straight, it just depends on how tight you are through the forearms and the wrists. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale as you lift. Exhale, gently release, and then come back up to your tabletop. Step in between your hands for your low lunge. Now, this might be where you add in blocks. You can take them on medium or low height, whatever feels best for you. Soften through the hips here. Inhale, send the chest forward. Exhale, round the spine. Come out of that lunge a little bit. Inhale, bend the knee, send the chest forward. Exhale, slight round. Not all the way out, just a little bit. Inhale, send the chest forward. Press down through your front heel and your back knee. Inhale, reach arms high. As you exhale, take that right hand to your right hip. And then lean towards the right hand side, that left arm. Now you can stay here, that might be enough. Or you're going to take the hand behind the back of the head and roll the chest open so you find a little bit more stretch through that side body. Another deep breath in. Exhale, aim your elbow towards your knee, slight rounding of the spine. Inhale, roll it open. You can also take this bottom hand to a block. Exhale, round. Inhale, roll it open. And then exhale as you gently release. You're going to step back through to tabletop again. Switching sides here, send that left foot forward. Low lunge, drop the hips, lift the chest, big breath in. Exhale, come out of that lunge ever so slightly, round through the spine. Inhale, take a deep, lift the chest. Exhale, round. One more, inhale, take a deep. Exhale, slight round. Come back into that low lunge and inhale, sweep both arms high. Exhale, take your left hand to your left hip, lengthen through that right side body as you bend to the left. You can stay here. You can take the hand behind the back of the head, roll the chest open a little bit more big. Inhale. Exhale, aim elbow to knee. Inhale, re-extend, open it up. Option here is to take that left hand down to the block. Exhale as you round. One more inhale. And exhale. Roll it back to your tabletop. Slide that left knee back and move your blocks out of the way. Slide your knee pad off the mat and slowly lower all the way down to the belly. Come up to Sphinx pose here. Elbows slightly in front of the shoulders. Press firmly into the forearms. Lift through the shoulders as you draw the chest forward. Press the pubic bone into the floor to release any tension through the low back. Big inhale. And exhale, gently lower it down. Come up to Funky Cobra. So you're going to take your hands nice and wide here. So fingertips are going to come wider than your mat. Elbows up towards the ceiling. And as you inhale, curl it up nice and slow. Exhale, roll it back down. Again, inhale, curl it up. Exhale, curl it down. Inhale, curl it up. Exhale, drop the left shoulder towards the mat. Keep the elbows lifted. Gaze to the right. Inhale lifts you to center. Exhale as you switch sides. Inhale lifts you to center. Exhale, roll it back down. Take that right arm out, palm down on the floor. Left hand is going to stay stacked underneath the shoulder. Bend your left knee. And as you exhale, roll over towards the right hand side. Now you can keep arms straight. If you want a little more intensity, you would cactus that arm. Just know that that gets into the front of the shoulder more. Aiming that left foot towards the floor, even if it doesn't touch. Deep breaths in here. And exhale, roll it back through to center as you switch sides. So again, right arm extends out. Switch sides. Arm extends out, palm down. Plant the opposite hand as you roll towards that extended arm. Deep breaths. Exhale, take it back to center. Slide the hands to the low ribs. Come onto the tops of the feet. Inhale, curl it up for cobra, but keep it low. Draw the shoulders away from the ears and hug the elbows in. Exhale as you lower back down, press back to tabletop. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, lift the chin. Exhale, send your hips towards your heels, tuck your toes, float the knees for extended child's pose. Then play with straightening the legs for downward facing dog. Shake out the head, nod your head yes and no. Inhale, lift heels high. Exhale, step up, top edge of your mat, forward fold. Slide your hands to your shins, lengthen the spine, reach through the crown of the head. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, sweep arms high, come all the way to stand, bring palms to touch. Exhale, take hands down to heart center. Slide the hands behind you, interlace the fingers. Start with the hands at the sacrum here, draw the shoulder blades together. Inhale, lift the chest towards the ceiling. Aim with the sternum to come straight up towards the ceiling. You can stay there, or you can release the hands towards the floor as you lengthen. As you exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Keep the hands clasped at the low back. Inhale, halfway lift. Release the clasp of the hands, hands to shins. Exhale, send your left foot back for a lunge. This time, back knee will stay lifted. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, cactus the arms. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Big breath in here. Exhale, bring forearms to touch, round through the spine. Inhale, re-extend, arms open wide. Exhale, forearms to touch and round. One more inhale. And exhale. Inhale, sweep both arms high. Exhale, take hands down to the ground. Step up, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, find length. Exhale, send that right foot back for your lunge. Back knee will stay lifted. Inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, cactus. Glide the shoulder blades down the back. Big breath in. Exhale, forearms to touch and round. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, round. One more inhale. And exhale. Take the hands down to the ground. Step up, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. We're going to come into yogi squat here. So from your forward fold, widen the feet slightly wider than hip width distance. Turn your heels in and your toes out. Now, option one, hips to heels. If this feels good in your body, if this works in your ankles, you're welcome to do this. If this is too much, you can go ahead and sit on one or even both blocks right underneath your sits bones here. You're going to take your elbows inside your knees and then press the elbows into the knees. Lift the heart towards the thumbs. Big breath in. Exhale, take your right hand down towards the ground. Inhale, reach left arm high for that gentle twist. Now you can stay here. This might be enough. We're going to take that top hand around the low back, palm faces away from you. Glide that left shoulder away from your left ear. Find that neck stretch. Keep pressing the knees open. Inhale, re-extend, arms wide. Exhale, nod your chin to your chest as you roll it back to center to switch sides. Left arm down. Inhale, right arm reaches high. Option one, stay here. Option two, hand behind the low back, palm faces away from you. Glide that right shoulder away from the right ear. Big breath in. Exhale, gently release. Re-extend. Take it back to center. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring your hands down to the ground. Straighten the legs. Keep the feet a little bit wider than your hip width distance. Bend the knees deeply. If it works in your body, option one, stay here. If it works in your body, you might take your palms up underneath your feet. Bend your knees as much as you need to, and let the toes give the wrist creases a little bit of a massage. Wiggle the toes. Relax through the shoulders. And then gently release your feet from your hands. From here, go ahead and take a seat. And grab your blanket. So, unfold your blanket one time. You can also do this with a pillow or a bolster. I really like the blanket. It's a little bit gentler variation on this pose. So, I have a large rectangle. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll up the blanket burrito style. So you have a nice long log roll here. We're going to take this behind us. And as you lay down, you want to find this blanket landing right underneath the shoulder blades so that when you come all the way back, you're able to cactus the arms overhead. So elbows are going to come wide, but you still want to be able to let the hips be heavy to the floor without discomfort in the low back. Once you land there, you might even drop the knees into touch and walk the feet out as wide as your mat. Soften your breath. Create some space between your back teeth. Come back to that expansive breath that we found at the beginning of our practice. As you inhale, can you find that breath in a 360 manner, even feeling the breath as you press the upper back into the blanket? Finding more space in between the ribs. Nice, slow, full exhale. One more like that. And slow, full exhale. Good. Nice and slow and gentle. Roll to one side, just enough that you can slide that blanket out from underneath you and grab just one block to start. So you're going to take this block on medium height, right underneath the back of the head here. So this should feel supported. It shouldn't feel icky at all. You're looking to aim your occipital ridge, so the very base of the skull, right to the edge of the block, as if the block was coming right up underneath that occipital ridge. The more you tuck your chin to your chest, the more intense this sensation becomes. From there, you can just stay and breathe. You might rock the head from side to side. Be mindful doing this if you have any neck trauma, any injuries. We're not looking for discomfort, we're just looking for sensation. No shooting pain, no tingling. Something that we can breathe through. Come back to center if you were rocking. And then as you exhale, roll your right ear all the way to the block. Come back about a quarter of the way. There's a really good spot there. Stay and breathe. Continue coming back about 3/4 of the way, almost back to center. Pause. Roll all the way to center and then all the way to the left. Come back a quarter of the way. Pause. Breathe. Continue moving 3/4 of the way. Pause. Continue all the way back to center. Take one hand behind the back of the head, the other hand to the block. Hold the head as you slide that block out from underneath you. And then gently rest the head down on the floor. Bring your palms up at your sides. Take a big breath in. Open your mouth. Exhale. Let it go. Now, you can absolutely end your practice here. Otherwise, I'm going to take us into one more final pose, but we're going to lay on our belly. So if that's uncomfortable for you at all, you can absolutely take a more traditional shavasana. Otherwise, you'll roll to one side and press yourself up. Bring both of your blocks on medium height, and you want this to be just wide enough that your head and this part of your body, like the center of your torso, fits in between the blocks. So I'm going to rest my shoulder heads right on the edges of these blocks here. You can keep a blanket handy or a pillow handy at the top edge of your mat if you'd like for your head. I don't find it's necessary. I actually find I lose a little bit of the space, but you could do that as well. It would look like this. So from here, you're going to come hips down. And then again, I'm aiming my shoulder heads. So I angle my blocks open just a little bit to drop my shoulder heads onto the blocks and then bring palms up
with the forehead on the floor relaxed. Let the feet just fall open here, create some space through the low back, wiggle the hips around. Take a deep inhale and then slow exhale. Just allow the shoulders to be supported by these blocks as everything else melts towards the floor. Feel free to stay here for as long as your body needs for your final pose. And then as you're ready, you'll gently slide your hands underneath your shoulders. Take a moment before you move. Wiggle your toes. And then slowly draw the low belly in as you press up to a comfortable seat. Bring your hands to heart center. Nod your forehead towards your fingertips. Thank you all so much for sharing your practice with myself and the collective today. I hope that you get the opportunity to bring some joy into your life as you move throughout your day and share that joy with those around you. Thank you for flowing with me. As always, if you enjoyed this practice, it would be a huge help if you could give me a thumbs up and subscribe so that you get our new practices every week. I also drop little tidbits throughout the week on shorts and on all of the other socials. I am Amanda Q Yoga on everything, and I will see you again soon. Drop it in the comments below if you have a request. Have a great day.